Hey, in Genesis chapter 3, from verse 1 to 6, it's the story of Eve and the serpent. The serpent deceived Eve, and then she took the fruit and ate it, thereby disobeying God. And then the Bible also told us that Adam was not deceived. But the question is, if Adam was not deceived, why did he take part in the eating of the fruit, thereby disobeying God as well? Well, there are five reasons why I personally thought that Adam had in mind for partaking in the eating of the fruit. Number one, he just wanted to have an adventure. God said to Adam, He said, look, the day you're going to eat of this fruit, you're going to die. Surely die. Man, you're going to die. But the serpent came. I'm sure there was a correspondence between Adam and his wife that this fruit is actually not bad as the way you see it or the way it was being communicated to you. The day you eat of this fruit, you will not die. What is going to happen to you is that your eyes will be open. You're going to between good and evil. God knows that. That's why He's trying to prevent you from eating it. You see, that information came, and you know, let's try it. Let's try it. Today, that's what a lot of people know. A lot of people that found themselves doing what they never intended to do, they wanted to have an adventure. They just wanted to try to see. Let me see. Let me test it. Let me see how it is. People are being distressed today by hard substances. They take drug, a lot of addiction, you have drug addiction, sexual addiction, and all of that. A lot of things today. And it all started by an adventure, trying to test something. Let me see how it looks like. Let me do it and just test it and see how it looks like. And then, they started a journey of no return. So that adventure, it's one reason I thought or I think Adam actually wanted to do by taking that fruit. Then the second reason that might probably be in the mind of Adam was he wanted to shift responsibility. Well, it was God who brought a woman to me. So if she's suggesting that we eat this food, well, it's not my fault in the first place, but God brought him. I brought her, and she's supposed to be my helpmate. So if she's helping me by giving me the food to eat, then there's nothing I can do. So when God returns and tell me and ask me any question, I'm going to shift the blame to her. As a man, you must stand in your leadership position. You were the one that God gave the instruction to directly, and you should be able to take care of your house. You should be able to, tell your wife and take care of your heart. That's why God loved Abraham. He said, I know Abraham. I love him. I know him. He's able to command his house towards the instruction and the commandment of God, to follow the instruction and the commandment of God. So Adam was not being man enough. He wanted to shift responsibility to his wife. So that's the second reason. Because sometimes we don't do things if we know that there's nobody to shift the blame to. There's nobody to shoot blame bullets to. So we just take responsibility. But once you see that there's someone else and there's an avenue to shift responsibility, we do what we ought not to do sometimes. Then the third reason is simply because he didn't want to be left alone. I don't want my wife will now eat this fruit now and she will now be wiser than me. That's not going to be possible. So I don't want my wife to now be wiser than me. So let's eat it together. Anything that happens, let it happen. Because if what Satan is suggesting now happens, that means my wife will be wiser than me. He will know good and evil. Why I'll still be a Juma. I'm not going to allow that happen. Let's eat it together. That's the second reason I thought, Adam took the food. And that's happen. Yeah, it's happening to a lot of people today. They just want to say, look, in comparison, I don't want my friend to be better than me. I don't want my brother, my sibling to be better than me. So what they are doing, I will also do as well. And a lot of people have found themselves in big trouble. Now, the other reason why I think Adam actually did what he did was he wanted to please his wife. That bring us to the subject of men pleaser. If you want to fail in life, you just take your time, dedicate your life in pleasing people. The funniest thing is that people change. So if there's something they're demanding from you today and you want to make all efforts, you want to try and please them, they will change. They will just shift the goalposts. They will shift their demand from you. They will shift it and they want you to always, please them at each point. So I want to encourage you, if you want to fail, be a failure, just take out your time to ensure that you please everybody around you. But if you don't want to fail, you need to first of all be loyal to your future, loyal to your life, loyal to your destiny before thinking of pleasing people. So Adam wanted to please his wife, thereby disobeying God. So the first loyalty that you must have, you and I must have, is to God, and then to our destiny, to what God calls us to do on earth. And then before we start looking at any other person that God has brought into our own life. So it's important that you must be loyal to God and then to your calling and your purpose on earth. Then I think the final reason why Adam took that fruit and ate it was because he wanted to belong. This is very popular among young people, and they say, I don't want to be a Jew man. I don't want to be seen as weak. So I want to be seen as a strong man, a man who, and I think that's the reason why I take it. And this happened among peers. As you know, young people, their peer group, peer pressure is mounting on them. They want to belong, and apart from young people, it's still happening among adults. You have friends like that, they are pressuring you. Women has peer group, men have peer group, and they're pressuring you. Sometimes people pressure people out of their marriages, they pressure people out of their matrimonial home. I say you need to do this. People are doing it, you have to be part of it, you have to do it, and then that pressure is there. And because you don't want to be seen as a weakling, take the decisions that you ought not to take. People do something. You mean your husband did this to you? No, God forbid, though. He will not even, my husband will not even try it. My wife will never date. All of that. The pressure is there, and then you go and take decisions that you ought not to have taken in life. So I just wanted to share this with us and trusting that it's going to bless someone. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.